Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into, a really profound shift happening in digital marketing, especially in a place like Thailand, which is seeing some intense changes. We're talking about first-party data.
Right.
And how it's not just, important anymore. It's becoming the lifeblood of any smart digital strategy out there.
Absolutely. It's fundamental now.
And this isn't just happening in Thailand, is it? It's part of that bigger global move away from third-party cookies.
Exactly. But Thailand adds its own layer with some pretty strict data privacy laws, the PDPA.
That's the fascinating intersection we want to explore.
And what's really interesting, I think, is seeing how solutions are popping up to help. You mentioned platforms.
Right.
Like HubSpot, for instance.
Right.
They're emerging as these critical guides almost, helping businesses not just, cope with this new landscape, but actually use their own data for real growth, measurable growth.
Turning a challenge into an advantage, essentially.
Precisely. Moving from just ticking a compliance box to actually building a stronger business.
Okay, so for this deep dive then, our mission is threefold, really. First, let's unpack what makes Thailand's data privacy rules, the PDPA, so unique. Second, why is this first-party data suddenly like the most valuable thing a marketer can have?
Good question.
And third, how are platforms like HubSpot actually helping businesses collect this data ethically, activate it, and, thrive? We'll even look at some real Thai businesses doing this right now.
Sounds like a plan.
Great. So let's start with the PDPA, Thailand's Personal Data Protection Act. For businesses on the ground there, what are the big hurdles? What makes it different? And why is it so critical to, get it right?
Okay, yeah, the PDPA, it definitely has similarities to GDPR in Europe, which people might know. But there's some key differences that really hit businesses directly.
Like what?
Well, take consent. The PDPA puts a massive emphasis on explicit consent.
Explicit.
Yeah.
Okay.
For pretty much any use of data, especially marketing, you can't just rely on an implied consent anymore. You need a clear yes from the person. Unambiguous.
That's a high bar.
It is. And then there are the localization rules.
About where the data lives.
Exactly. The PDPA has specific rules about sending data overseas. This really pushes brands to either store and manage data within Thailand itself.
Right.
Or, crucially, use platforms that can absolutely guarantee PDPA compliance, even if the servers are elsewhere.
And that affects everyone, big companies, small companies.
That's another key point. Unlike GDPR, which often feels like it targets the giants, PDPA enforcement really stretches down to SMEs, small and medium businesses too.
Oof. So no escaping it if you're smaller.
Not really. It puts significant pressure on SMEs to adopt, proper tools, standardize ways to manage consent, handle customer data transparently. Often it pushes them towards systems like a robust CRM much earlier than they might have planned.
So it's driving tech adoption in a way.
Absolutely. It's speeding up the need for these centralized, transparent systems. Like HubSpot CRM, where you can manage everything, data, permissions, communication preferences, all in one place, compliantly. It forces a certain operational maturity.
That's quite a shift, especially for smaller outfits. Are they managing? Is the market adapting quickly, or is it still a major pain point?
It's definitely been a learning curve, no doubt. But what's interesting is how fast businesses are adapting. Because, look, while compliance is the driver, the benefits are real. Cleaner data, more trust.
Stronger customer relationships, ultimately.
Exactly. So it's less about pushback now and more about finding the right tool to make it work smoothly, which actually leads us nicely into the value of the data itself.
Right, the first-party data.
Yeah, because with these rules, owning that direct customer relationship through data you collect yourself, it's not just nice to have. By 2025 in Thailand, it's becoming the only sustainable way forward for marketers.
So it's not just about dodging fines, it's actually a better way to do marketing. What's the proof? Why are marketers finally getting that this direct connection is their superpower?
Oh, the evidence is pretty stark. There's a key stat from Thailand's MarTech Report 2025. Get this, over 97.9%.
Wow, almost everyone.
Almost everyone. 97.9% of consumers say they'll happily provide data through platforms like Line if they get something valuable or personalized back.
So people are willing to share if the bargain feels fair?
Totally. It flips the script, doesn't it? It's not just defense against regulation. It's an opportunity. Build trust through transparency, offer value, and people engage.
And that collected data, what can you do with it?
That's where the personalization power comes in. Think AI-driven segmentation, tracking real-time behavior clicks online, website visits, that kind of thing. Brands can create these hyper-personalized experiences that actually mean something to the customer.
Which builds more trust, presumably.
Exactly. It's a positive cycle. And let's be honest, the effectiveness of old-school third-party ads, it's dropping fast. So brands have to rely on their own channels, email, line, their website, and build that trust through consent-based communication. It's dialogue, not just broadcasting.
That 97.9% for Line, though, that's incredible. It makes Line sound less like an app and more like, I don't know, the digital town square for Thailand. Is that fair?
It's not far off, honestly. Line is everywhere. It's chat, it's shopping, it's paying bills, it's how you interact with brands. It shows how much people trust platforms they use daily and how open they are if the value exchange is clear.
Okay, so if this trust-based direct relationship is the goal, how does a platform like HubSpot fit in? What makes it suited for this specific Thai ecosystem?
Well, the power of something like HubSpot is that its customer platform acts as this unified hub. It pulls together all those user interactions.
All of them.
Yeah, behavior, preferences, purchase history, support tickets. Everything lands in one single database that you can actually use. It's actionable.
Which is gold for personalization, but also helps with PDPA, right?
Absolutely.
Both.
And it makes those consent workflows much easier. You can embed forms on your site, integrate deeply with Line CRM, use gated content. HubSpot captures the opt-in and automatically logs that consent status.
Ah, the audit trail. Vital. Super vital. And then all that clean permission data fuels the personalization engine. You've got AI tools in HubSpot that let brands trigger campaigns based on really specific behaviors or stated preferences or even predicted purchase intent.
So less guesswork, more relevance.
Precisely. And that directly helps reduce churn, increase customer lifetime value, the metrics that matter. So HubSpot really enables that data to action piece in a way few platforms can match, especially when you need that strong localization and compliance like in Thailand.
Okay, pulling it all together then. We've got the PDPA pushing for transparency, consumers willing to share data for value, and platforms like HubSpot providing the tools. So strategically, what does this mean for Thai brands day to day, especially with, Facebook targeting getting fuzzier and cookies disappearing?
It means a major pivot to own channels. We're seeing brands really doubling down.
How so?
For instance, heavy investment in email automation using tools like HubSpot's Marketing Hub, building out those personalized customer journeys, all based on consent.
Makes sense. They're also seriously leveraging sales enablement tools within the CRM, turning all that rich customer data into actual sales pipeline velocity.
Speeding up the sales cycle.
Exactly. Getting leads from interest to closed deal faster and smarter. And integrations are absolutely key.
You mentioned Line, but what else?
Yeah, Line is huge, obviously, but also seamless connections with TikTok Shop, which is massive in Thailand. Plus, local e-commerce platforms like Shopee, Lazada.
So, getting a full picture.
A full funnel view. From the first ad click or social interaction right through to repeat purchases and loyalty, all tracked in one place. It lets businesses build these incredibly nuanced customer profiles without relying on those flaky external tracking systems.
That sounds incredibly powerful, but does it actually work? Can you give us some real examples, Thai brands making this happen?
Yeah, definitely. The results speak for themselves. We worked with a healthcare provider in Thailand, for example. They integrated their Line CRM straight into HubSpot.
Okay.
This allowed them to do much more personalized patient outreach while staying totally PDPA compliant. The result? A 33% jump in appointment conversions.
33%. That's significant in healthcare.
Huge. Then there's a major Thai e-commerce player. They pull data from Shopee, Lazada, their Line official account, all into HubSpot, centralized everything.
And the outcome?
A 40% reduction in abandoned carts. 40%. Just by having the data in one place to trigger timely, relevant reminders and offers.
Wow. Any B2B examples?
Yep. A Thai sauce startup growing fast. They implemented HubSpot's lead scoring and content workflows. Within 6 months, a 99% increase in qualified inbound leads.
99%, almost double.
Basically doubled their inbound leads by using their first-party data intelligently. So, yeah, these aren't just theories, it's driving real business results.
Those examples really bring it home. It shows how tackling what looks like a regulatory headache, the PDPA can actually unlock serious growth if you have the right strategy and tools. So, for everyone listening, I think the core message here is pretty clear, isn't it? First-party data. It's not just about compliance anymore. In Thailand's digital economy, it's your competitive edge.
It really is.
And businesses that lean into platforms like HubSpot, focusing on ethical data collection, smart analysis, and crucially, acting on those insights, well, they're the ones set to really thrive.
Couldn't agree more. It's about building for the future.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on, particularly if you're a foreign business looking at Thailand. Beyond just getting your product or service right, how does truly embracing PDPA, prioritizing that trust-based marketing, and using a powerful CRM like HubSpot, how does that become not just a necessity, but your foundational strategy for scalable, performance-driven success in that market?
That's the key question, isn't it? It's not just about adapting to rules. It's about fundamentally rethinking how you build customer relationships in this new era. How do you build trust from day one?